What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. Hope you guys have had a good week. Today's Friday. You already know today's a pretty slow day for us here on Fridays. Well, at least for me, right? Again, my trading journal. I have a lot of rules. Um, it's not that it's an off day, but it's a slow day, right? And I have that highlighted. It's not an off day, but use your eyes more than your fingers, right? So if you're somebody that needs to sit on your hands, right? Obviously, that if you're following the same rules, right? If you need to sit on your hands for that, sit on your hands. If you gotta play Call of Duty on the side, play that. Minecraft, Roblox, whatever it is, and just wait. And why are we waiting? Right? We could go over every single pair. Remember what I said last night in our 7 p.m. class, right? We have news today overnight for GBP, right? So that's the number one thing to look at, right? The second thing to look at, which is, in my opinion, the most important rule, is looking at the weekly ADR. What's good, Mohammed? Good morning, my brother. So, why is the weekly ADR on a Friday so important, right? Because if the market is calculated, right, it's expected to move, right? Let's say an estimate. What are we on AU, right? We're estimated to move 110 pips this week, right? Flat. And on Friday, we already did 140, 160, right? 200, 300. What does that let us know, right? That lets us know that, hey, the moves for the week were already made Monday through Thursday, right? Give me 1 second. Why does this say no data? Can you guys hear me? Give me 1 second. Why does this say no data? Can you guys hear me? Give me I think one it's good
second.
because
Why
I
does
hear
it say no
myself.
data?
Alright. At any point, Mohammed, if you don't hear me or something, if you hear, let me know. Like if something doesn't work or something. Um, so to what I was saying, right? If we already saw that for the week, the moves for the week were already made Monday through Thursday, that lets us know two things. Either one, price is literally just going to consolidate all day today, which is if you go on trying to find a day that it did that. Boom, Friday, right? Price consolidate, moving sideways, right? Gives a push to the top side, then goes right back down, right? So if price decides to do that today, which we could already see, okay, price went up at the start of Asia session, then it dropped crazy. With what? The news that came out overnight, right? But it's all good. What did price do anyway? It was when we're looking at previous hands, right? We're looking at higher high, higher low, right? Gave us a higher high, so we know that the higher low price literally just went right back down to make that higher low. And then what did price do overnight? Again, there was news at 2 in the morning, pushed up a little bit, went back to the higher high, to where we're at now, right? So, um, understanding too that we're looking for price currently, external structure, we know that we're still trading between this lower low, this lower high, this lower low down here. So we know two things. Yes, we know that AU, we are in a downtrend overall, and we do want to see an overall down push, right? But we also understand that we have these imbalance zones that were created, one that was created this week and one that was created 2 weeks ago, right? Which is the external ABC pattern when we're looking at our Fibonacci retracements, right? So when we're looking at it like that, we'll be looking for a 78.6% Fibonacci retracement. So putting all of that together, right? And then now on the 30-minute time frame, looking at what's going on right now, right? The fact that we have 2 days of counter rise, the fact that the third day of high was already made in the beginning of the session and then it retapped the highs, right? Some people might be looking at this now as a triple top, right? And this is where price is going to be held for price to go down, right? Which would make sense, right? Because if I'm looking for, this is something that could happen, right? This is like idea number one, right? What could happen is price gives us rise. Today already gave us a rise, but then ends on a drop, right? So then we could start Sunday, Monday. We already know that price is gonna try to test these highs again, right? These highs are important because this is where our 30-minute high and our 4-hour high is, right? If we're looking for price to go a little bit higher, right? If we go now to the 4-hour time frame, understanding overall structure, right? We had higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. We know right now we're in a change of character, going down. That's what we want to see. In the internal structure, and that in the 30-minute time frame, we could see that lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Until we get to this point, right? Where now we're reaching these highs, and if we get this change of character, this is where the market maker is going to trap the traders, right? Who aren't looking at the bigger picture, they're just looking at the 30-minute. They're going to get everybody to buy in when externally, right, in the bigger picture, we're still downtrending. And they're buying in the pullback instead of selling in the trend, because that's what we're still following: lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So this is going to be a pair where, again, I'm just sitting. I'm not going to trade it, because right now where we're at, not only is it Friday, but it's also in a place where a decision has to be made, and the 800 EMA, right? The almighty 800 EMA. So there's a whole bunch of things here that is not in our favor to even consider trading at this point. CHF JPY also same situation. Oh, and then let's look at the ADR, right? Because that's all since we talked about that, right? Monday started here. ADR for the week, just average, right? It's 110, right? So from the high of the week to the low of the week, did 100, missing it by 10. So let's see if we can get a move, right? 21 pips to the top side. Interesting. We'll see how that works out. CHF JPY, same thing, right? Still following the trends right now in the 30-minute time frame. We can still see how price is doing. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Right to where we're at here. Price respected the lows. Never tapped into our engulfing zone. So again, was a weak low that was created. Well, it's not a weak low, it's a strong low because it hasn't been used yet. And price, instead of just coming back down, retesting and going up like we thought what was going to happen, that was trade idea number one, right? Trade idea number two was just price is consolidating. We'll wait for the breakout of the top and the retest. And we never got the retest, right? Because this green candle was the break, right? And then price just literally hit STP before anything already covered up the engulfing. And now price is just moving sideways, right? So again, today's trade is simple, right? We have a high of the day, and we have the low, right? But I am looking for price to go up. So right now, since I am in the middle of that zone, right, we're in the middle of the 30-minute high and the 30-minute low, I'm not going to be trading this, right? Because price could throw wicks. If price decides to move today, right, price could just throw wicks at the bottom and then shoot up, or vice versa. Look how many wicks we just have here at the top of this. All of these exhaustion candles, right? So this is also a trade where reason we're not trading is just how price and how candlesticks are looking. Doesn't make sense to take a trade here. Euro AUD also, we added that. Price is still at the lows of the zone. Same situation as CHF JPY, was it? Yeah, with the weak lows. Never tapped into our 30 minutes. So could price come back down? We have 2 days of counter drop. Third day was already given, but we're still seeing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So this is the same situation as the other pair where we're in an uptrend, right? So we know that if price breaks above here, we could look for a potential entry, right? And I wouldn't even say this high, I would say this one here, right? Because once price breaks this one, the next high over is this one anyway, right? So price has to break through these and then go up and have clean traffic. And then again, right, you could just see how this starts lining up, right? Have this high here. That price needs to break through to continue to have this clean traffic here on the left hand side, right? And then obviously just continue the trend that we're in, right? We know that we're in an overall consolidation. We're reaching the low. At this point, we have high, higher low, higher high, higher low, equal high, higher low is where we're at right now. So, is this where price could continue to push up? Absolutely. But at this point, let me see something. I don't think I need to update this chart because I just turned this on, right? We turned this on yesterday. I haven't even done STP on this one, so I don't know what it is. It's 69 for the day. Okay. And we did how many? We did 48, 49. Okay. Okay. EuroCAD, right? EuroCAD is another one that I'm should be off. I wasn't looking at any Euro pairs. And the reason for that is price is just consolidating, moving sideways the entire time, right? And then here at the end, right, we start seeing higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, to where we're at now, higher low. So I just don't really like trading when we're in a 30-minute consolidation that's this big. It's literally ranging from 30th of January to today, the 16th of February, right? It's like too many days where prices just doesn't look good. So for me to feel comfortable here, I want to get out of these lows, right? Because every single time this entire week, every time we're on these lows, look at how big these wicks are, right? So at any given point, that could happen to us on these lows. So with that in mind, I'd rather just take a trade that's a little bit more comfortable outside of this zone. That's going to be just a break of the top of consolidation. Once we could get, we could get aggressive entries down here. I'm not saying we can't, right? You could definitely get aggressive entries down here. There's no doubt about it, right? But what's safer, right? Getting the trade that you're 100% about and you could literally sit back, wait for your setup, or the ones that you need to be going, back and forth from the 30 minute to the 5 minute to the 1 minute, looking at structure, right? A lot of traders, realistically speaking, right? We don't have time for that, and it's true. So if you wait for your setup, right? Let's plan out, right, a regular trader's day, right? Somebody that's a rookie trader learning, right? Still working, waking up at 5:30 in the morning, look at your charts. Boom, you see your setup. You see where price. Let's to give you the example, right? Let's say this is your setup, right? You're looking for the break of these highs, right? Because you're looking for higher high, higher low, higher high. You want to see the continuation, get out of the consolidation, right? Boom. Simple setup, something super simple. And cool. 11 a.m. hits and price is already up here, right? Oh, boom, you got an alert. You check your phone. If you see the setup, everything's playing out, you get in, set your stop loss, set your take profit, because all that shit's already calculated. You already know you're most likely gonna have like a 10 pip stop loss. Your take profit is gonna be about 25 to 30 pips, right? Something simple. If you're looking at STP, all of that. Boom, you get another alert. 12:15, maybe 1 p.m. Take profit hit. That's how trading should be, right? And that's what trading could be like. So those are the setups that I like getting in. I don't really like getting into trades where I have to babysit them, and it's just I don't like doing that. I've realized that I do better when I could see things play over time instead of me sitting here trying to get into a trade battling between 15 different time frames, right? So we could keep it simple, right? If we're in a point of interest, you go to the 5 minute time frame, right? Because if you keep your higher time frame clean, your lower time frame is going to be clean and easier to see, right? Instead of looking at candlesticks in the 5 minute and the 1 minute time frame, I'm looking at structure in the 5 minute and the 1 minute time frame. What are we looking for? Change of once we get into our point of interest in the 30-minute time frame, right? That's, remember, the 30-minute time frame is 31-minute candles, right? That's 6 5-minute candles. So once you get into your point of interest in the 30-minute time frame, or even in the 4-hour time frame, right? You go down to the 5-minute time frame. In the 5-minute time frame, you will see, right? What would we see here in the 5-minute time frame, right? If we switch down right now, what are we gonna see? We see in the 30-minute low, high, higher, low, higher, high. What are we gonna see in the 5-minute, right? We're gonna see higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. Higher, high, higher, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, lower, high, lower, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, right? So when you're looking at a point of interest right here, what are we looking for? As I give you an example, this is not something I'm looking for actively. I'm just giving you guys an example, right? So if I'm looking for shorts, right, and this is a point of interest, right? Oh shit, we got in our point of interest. What are we looking for here now? We're looking for price to go from higher high, higher low, higher high, to lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We get in here for price to go lower low. Boom. Right? And this is take profit number one in the 5-minute time frame. Just something simple, right? Because I'm trading a pullback because we know that we're in, again, overall time frame 30 minutes going up. So right now I'm just giving you guys an example. How would you trade, right? And once price gets down here, you already say the same thing. Lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, right? Change of character, higher low, higher high, BOS, pullback retest, right? You get in to go back to the top side, right? And then you keep doing that. That's as simple as it gets. That was a pretty good explanation. So Euro USD, 2 days of rise. Today I already gave that third day high, so I already turned that off, right? Because after 3 days, that's it, right? Understanding that also we were in the imbalance. Also, we know that 800 EMA is close, and we know that externally we're still making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So yes, I am looking for price to start going up on Euro USD. Yes, I like that we swept these lows in the 4-hour time frame, right? The only thing I don't like is that we're still making lower lows and lower highs in every single time frame. Every single time frame is still making lower lows and lower highs. So I will not be taking any trades going long on Euro USD until I get a break of structure. Until I get a change of character, I should say. Of what? Of these highs. Because we're still making lower low, lower high, lower low. If I get into any of these buys here, I am running the risk of getting in on a pullback. What do I mean by that? I feel like, I don't know, I feel like people don't understand that either for some reason. When price is trending, right? Let's just, what price is doing now for Euro USD. It's making lower lows, lower highs, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, right? This is where we're at. I'm marking it here, right? This is this, right? And this is this, right? And right now, where are we? We're here, right? So what do I mean by we're trading just the pullback? Is just this. When price is trending lower low, lower high, what's the pullback? Right? The pullback isn't the lower high going into the lower low. No, the pullback is when price goes to lower low, you're trading the pullback, which is you're trading going counter, going to make a lower high. Right? So I'm not gonna feel comfortable taking this trade on Euro USD until we get a change of character to make a higher high, higher low, right? Until I could see that change of character and that break of structure after the change of character, which is again change of character, higher high, high, damn it, higher high, higher low, right? Break of structure retest. I'll be getting in here. This is my trade for Euro USD, right? Because not only in the 30-minute will it give us time to give us a change of character, but then in the overall time frame as well, in the 4 hour, we'll start seeing prices no longer lower low, lower high, lower low. We'll start seeing a little internal higher high, higher low, higher high. I moved something, that's not good. Right, and the same thing for the daily time frame. But again, my overall right now, I'm still thinking that price is going to go down to here because we're still in the middle of consolidation, right? The daily zone is still a strong daily zone at the low of the consolidation because price failed to tap into it, right? And we just also have a neckline, a double bottom neckline that price could come back and retest at any point. So there's still a few things here that I could see overall. So Euro USD for me is also off just because of that, right? Right now we already completed the 3rd day high. I'm believing we're still in the pullback, so I'm not gonna be trading that. GJ, right? Again, good thing we stayed out of these trades. As we said, this is the zone that we're gonna see whether price is gonna respect or break above. Why? Because we have 2 days of drop. Yes, it's 2 days of counter drop. I should start adding that to the charts again too, like which are counter, which are not. But I just didn't want to add too many stuff. This is 2 days of counter drop, so we know that today the 3rd day isn't guaranteed, right? We also know that we're still in an overall uptrend because we still in a daily time frame we still can see that we have a 30-minute gap at the top, right? We still haven't given us a change of character. Still, price hasn't given us break of structures. Price is still literally making higher high, higher low, higher high, broke above, came back down, retested the higher it retested the higher high break, right? Kind of just swept the lows here and it gave us an engulfing candle, right? That engulfing candle gave us a retest, right? And then just continued to the top side. That's where we're at now. So now in the internal structure, right, we can see in the 30-minute we have higher high, higher low, higher high. We're trading between this high and this low. Same thing as the other pair. These lows were never tapped, so it's still a strong low. Could price today give us this fake out to the top side, right? Because if you don't know market structure, right, you're trading this thinking that this is the real structure is lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And people are trading it where boom, this is a change of character, right? So now they're trading it that, oh my god, we're trading between this low and this high, right? I don't believe that we're trading like that right now. I still believe that we're trading between this high and this low, right? Um, and right now market makers are just trying to trap traders, right? So all the traders who are looking to start looking for buys up here when price like does something crazy, like for example this wick, all the people who thought that this green candle at 2 in the morning was a strong green candle with the news for GBP, they're like, oh my god, GBP is going back up, we're going back up, we're going, right? All the people who bought into this, as a matter of fact, I don't go fuck. Watch. Think I'm talking shit? I'm looking something up real quick. If I'm right, I'm showing you guys on the screen. He's lucky. Never mind. I thought I was gonna see somebody. Okay. So I want to be a hater today. I'm checking somewhere else. Never mind. Okay, so um, market maker is gonna be faking people out. All the people looking for price to break above these highs and continue to go. I don't believe that's what's gonna happen, right? If it does happen, it's perfect, right? Because again, we are still looking for price to go up, so that works in our favor, right? Because now if price continues to go up today, right, and Friday goes through, to get to be safe because price again didn't go into these lows, right? I want to see price start just breaking above, right? If it breaks above these highs here, then I know that we have clean traffic, right? We already have a guaranteed that, okay, yeah, our next zone is going to be from here to here. So we're going to have a week or two, maybe, a week or two where we're going to be getting about 140 pips, right? And this is a pair that 140 pips, right? If we look at this day that we had news, 115 pips could be done in a day, right? 120 pips could be done in a day, right? 160 pips could be done in a day. So once this BOS happen, again, it could either happen in a week, they could split it up to 2 weeks, whatever the case is, but we know that we have about 140 pips to play with to the top side. So that's my analysis for and whoa, my analysis for GJ. GU, same situation, right? Price came down to the 4-hour low. The 4-hour low never retested, right? Strong 4-hour low. We also had 2 days of drop on the third day, which was yesterday. Didn't give us a new low either, right? It just gave us a day of rise. So again, we understand that these are 2 days of counter drop. It's not with the trend, it's counter trend, right? And we know that overall we are looking for GU to continue the push to the top side. But again, at this moment, if we're looking overall where we're at the top of the zone. Price is still trending down in the daily time frame, right? At one point we had higher high, higher low, higher high. We have a change of character, lower low, lower high, and right now seems like we're still in the pullback internal structure. We can see now in the 4-hour time frame, same thing, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, until we had lower low, lower high to where we're at now, lower low, right? So this is also a pair that is still making lower lows, lower highs when we want to see higher highs, higher lows. Right, again, we can see that here, lower low, lower high, lower low. We know that we want price to either break above here, or price just going to consolidate and continue to just trend from this high to this low, right? And this could just turn into a zone of consolidation, right? Where price is just doing something like this. US 30, right? So I'm going to turn off GU. GJ, I'm also, GJ I want to keep an eye on. US 30, 2 days of rise. Today being the third day already gave us a new high. As soon as the new high was given, price went down and just started consolidating, right? So this is also another pair that for the week already moved a lot. We saw how price swept the lows here at the 4-hour. At one point, everybody thought this was a strong red candle to go back down, close right back above the zone. Right, so we saw how price here swept these lows. Give me 1 second. Swept these lows and then continued to push to the top side. Right, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, high, higher low. This is where we had the break of structure, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low to the top side, higher high, and right now we're just consolidating. So this is where we just gotta wait now to see where price is gonna break above. If price breaks above, then we know that we have clean traffic to the top side. If price breaks below, same thing. Right? Look how much price ended up moving for the last couple of days. Right? We already filled the imbalance. We went back up to our 1-hour engulfing candle. Right? We tapped into it and started trending down. So do I believe this is where price is going to turn around? I can't give that type of advice, especially on US 30. I can't really be like, oh, this is what I'm really looking for, right? US 30 is a trade where is a pair, right? Where again, I'm trading structure, like strictly structure, right? If I can't I can't foresee what's gonna happen on US 30. I can't be more, I don't know how else to say that, right? Like all these other pairs, you could see how like the 70% accuracy whenever I draw something on the screen, right? And you guys will see exactly how it's happening, right? Like every time we do it. Now for US 30, I could do the same thing, right? Like right now price is consolidating, so we know it's gonna be like, I could give the basic general senses of what could go on, right? I could tell you right now, this is either gonna be a type 1, type 2, or type 3 pattern, right? So it's either going to be where price does something like this, right? Where price consolidates, breaks, retests, and goes. That's a type 2 pattern, right? Or if it does something like this, what we were looking for on Wednesday, but there was that news, so we didn't trade this either. Where price consolidates, breaks, comes back down to 50% of consolidation, right? And then in the internal structure, this is what we have drawn here, where price is making higher highs, higher lows, gave us a change of character, gave us a break of structure, right? And continue to go. That's a type 3 pattern, right? So either or could happen. And then a type 1 pattern, I don't know if we have one here recently. This is a type 2 pattern, this is a type 2 pattern, this is a type 2 pattern, this is type 2, this is type 2, this is type 2, this is type 3. Alright, this is a, not really, because they didn't do the trend. Alright, well, I don't, let's look for it. I really do want to look for it. You guys can see how much data I have on here. This is already back to beginning of January, it's not too many days. Consolidated, okay, perfect. Type 1, consolidation, breaks below, right, gives us a double bottom, then goes. Perfect. So you saw there type 1, type 2s, and type 3s all of US 30. So again, it's not that I can't give you guys an accuracy of what I think price is going to do, right? It's more or less what's going to happen long term, right? How could we get into those trades? So like, to give you the example, the trade for yesterday, I wouldn't have gotten into any of these trades down here, right, to get this initial push. Why? Because we still haven't broken above these highs in the internal structure, right? So that was number one. Number two, right, why wouldn't I have gotten into this trade is because of STP, right? STP for this pair is 220 pips. We already did 220 pips. Right now, where would I have taken this trade if STP wouldn't have been hit on US 30? My entry would have been here. This would have been my entry. My stop loss would have been here, right? And then if obviously if STP wouldn't have been hit, 220 pips wherever that would have been my take profit, right? Beautiful engulfing candles, right? 1 2 green engulfing, broke above. Next candle, green candle, came back down, retested, right? Wasn't drawled on a few pips, but again our stop loss is down here at about 13 pips, right? And then prices went straight into profit. So but again, STP was already hit, so this wouldn't have been a trade I would have taken anyway. I was just showing you guys an example, right? To follow the question that we had on Tuesday, right? What time frame are we looking for entries? What are you looking for? What are your trigger entries, right? Like, super simple. We didn't even go down into the 5-minute. We didn't have to, right? Because this gave us a simple 30-minute engulfing pattern retest. Everything we needed to see here was given, right? And it also was given on the place where we have an imbalance candle, where we know price is going to come back up to fill it, right? So again, at this moment for US 30, I can't foresee more or less, more than what the market is giving me. So right now, market isn't trending, market is consolidating. So I can't be like, oh, we're gonna go to the top side. Like, no, at this point, I'm either looking for price to break below the lows, or I'm looking for price to break below the highs. If price breaks the highs, we're looking for price to go up. If price breaks below the lows, we'll see price going down. So US 30 will wait it out. And there's also a pair that moves during NYC session at the start. So we'll more or less start looking for entries at about 8:45, 9 a.m. for US 30. USD CAD, we have 2 days of counter drop, right? So we already started to see price went down. It went to my first POI, which was a 78.6 retracement. And then now when we got to the POI in the 5-minute time frame, right, what are we looking for? We're looking for price to give us lower low, lower high, lower low. We're looking for a change of character, right, and a break of structure. At this point, you could see how price is just moving sideways, where the break of structure should be at, right? None of these are breaks of structures. Honestly, this is just price moving sideways, right? We're trading at this point. We're trading between these lows, right? You can see how many times price has just tested the lows, right? None of these candles have closed below the low. Just think about that, right? And price hasn't really given us a break of structure. None of these candles I'm even gonna consider as break of structures, right? None of them, because price is just moving sideways here. We add this line here, right? We start, oh, but we could add this and this and that. I say, yo, it just doesn't make sense, right? Look at this. None of these candles, right? Let's zoom in. Did a clean break of structure. None of them. Green candle here. Close. This is a test. This is test. This is test. Testing, testing. Right? This green candle would have been the first confirmation, right? But then what happened? The next candle went down. So testing, testing. This green candle was a green candle. Look at where the wick is, right? This is what you guys need to start looking at. But again, this is something, yes, you could study, but this is more of like of a chart vision kind of ideal, right? Um, so all of these candles still testing, right? Testing, 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 testing. Went back down to the zone, tested the zone, right? Went back to the top, testing candle, went to the top again, never closed above the previous zone, right? The previous candles that made the high, right? That would have been the BOS. All of them closed below, right? Then this one, testing, right? Went back down, gave a fake engulfing red candle in the 5-minute time frame. Well, not fake if you're trading with the, if you would have put a, this would have been a very aggressive trade here. 2 pips stop loss, wow. Um, Damn, I lost it. There's too many candles, my eyes hurt. It's too early for this. Whatever, price, we were here somewhere, right? Price went down, again, test on the line. All these candles testing, 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 all of them touching the line, look, all of them. Then it went below, then it went back, testing the line, all of them, right? And all of them failed to break this high here, which was again the first real, you could say the first real break of structure, because this was the only time that price went up. The next green candle went up. This green candle, we needed to see a green candle close below, above here, right? So technically speaking, we know that we're trading between this high, right? So we could take this box out, right? And then this, the lows that we made in the beginning of the zone, right? The first higher low that was made before the top. So now that we could see that on USD CAD, right? Now that we understand we have 2 days of counter drop, today would still be a third day. We can still see we're making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows to where we're at now, right? Good rising, my brother. My bad, I just saw your chat. Could we still be seeing price go down a little bit lower, right? Maybe to the 88, maybe a full 100, maybe, right? But we know that also we're trading between the 30-minute higher high, higher low, higher high. And we're trading between this low, right? And you notice I'm not using the bodies of this wick. I'm using the body of this red candle and the wick of this. And the reason for that is if price decides to come back down, which at this point, now that I'm zooming out a little bit more, I'm kind of just looking at the overall how price is moving. We have a 4-hour high. Let me update this. We should have. This is the only time I didn't go. Oh, we're in the middle of the zone too. Yeah. Hold on. I'm not even trading this. Let's get out of here. Take all of this out. No, we're just in the middle of the zone. I just seen it now. In the overall daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, we're in the middle of the zone, right? I was like, yo, why is this pair like? Why is there so much going on? Right, in the daily time frame, we're in the middle of the daily time frame. We're in the middle of the 4-hour time frame, and we're still making lower lows and lower highs. So I'm not, same thing as 0 USD with USD CAD. I'm really not going to be looking to take any trades until we break above these highs. Once we could break above those highs, then I'll be comfortable taking those trades. Get me away from the middle of the zone. Fuck that. Right, but we could see also in the 30-minute, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, higher low, equal high, right? Then it made a lower low, little change of character, and then price went higher high again, gave us another change of character, higher low, higher high to where we're at now. So I'm not gonna be, definitely not gonna be looking for this one for today. Gold daily time frame again. We're at the top of the zone, no continuations. We have a week of drop last week. This week, if price stays down here, we have 2 weeks of drop, and we know where next week is gonna be looking like. So this is gonna be one where we have a day of rise. Yesterday we still have this imbalance. We could still be trading the pullback, right? This is the same situation as GU, right? That right now, yes, we could see price making overall lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So where we're at now, lower low, right? We could trade the lower highs, but we could get faked out in these pullbacks, right? So I definitely don't want to be trading this either in the pullbacks. But gold is interesting, right? Because now at this point, right, we saw that we had this break. On the break, we had the break retest, right? It could be the same shit for today. We have these highs. We're looking for the breaks above, right? So again, what would a break be? Right? The same thing as here. What was I looking for here? I was looking for a clean break. The break happened with this green engulfing candle, right? We had price break above. Price in the news came down, didn't retest our zone, but it did everything that it needed to do. The only thing that was missing was that retest, right? For then price to go back up. So it's the same thing today. So price today, right? This green candle is a test, right? So what am I looking for? Now I'm looking for price to break above here. I want to see a candle closure above this candle, right? And then the 5-minute time frame. So I'll come back to this. And then Bitcoin. I also want to look at oil too real quick. Oil, rise, 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 drop, rise, consolidation. Perfect. This is going to be a type 1 pattern. I already see it. Here you go. You guys wanted to see a type 1 pattern live? I haven't done any of them here. Here's a type 1 pattern live. I'm gonna get too cocky and this shit's just gonna turn into a type 2 watch. No, but look, here's why I think it's gonna be a type 1. Right? Price consolidates. Right? Number one thing, right, is this. Where are we trading? We're trading between higher high, higher low. Right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character, right? Lower low, lower high. So where are we trading between this and this? Right now, where are we? In the middle, right? So again, technically speaking, this would be a no trade zone, right? Because we're in the middle. Middle of that zone. We'll put these in big parentheses. It looks like I said middle of the bone. What the fuck did I type? All good. Right? We also see that we have what? Here, left hand side, that was created yesterday. We have an imbalance. The imbalances that were created. All of this is an imbalance. Right? At one point, we know that this was an imbalance. This imbalance was already filled by this push to the top side. Right? At 1.2, people were trading this with the fibs, right? And there's people who trade this as a flag post pattern, right? The flag post pattern, the rules are that if price breaks above, does the imbalance, right? It's fast movements to the top side. On the pullback, price is going to consolidate between 38.2 and 38 and 28. Whoa, 38.2 and 23.6, right? So if you put our fib, right, at one point, yes, price gave us a pullback, consolidated between 23.6, right, and then boom, broke below and gave us a 50% retracement. So now it went from a flag post pattern to what I was saying now. So what I was saying was a type 1 pattern. It went from a flag post to a type 1. Now, understanding that we're in the middle of the zone, right, and understanding that we still have all of this as the imbalance to be covered, I still believe that price has the chance to just give us a type 2 pattern, right, which would be to give us a retest, push 2, push 3, and then this is where we'll see the turnaround, right? And I think that we'll get that 78.6% fib retracement. Damn, fuck that. Which is gonna be again from here to here. Because I'm just looking again. I just want to. I'm looking at this as the flag post pattern still. Right, so I'll be looking at about a 78.6 fib retracement somewhere in the zone, right, which would be about 75% of the imbalance that would be filled, to then continue to push to the top side, right? So just saying one more thing, right? Because we did the same thing on the upside, right? When we're putting the fib in the actual trend of what's going on, right? The real fibs, the real breaks, we also had a 78.6 fib retracement here. So the internal structure, I'll be expecting the same thing, to do the same thing for the imbalance, which is to give us that 78.6 retracement down here, right? So now that we could see that, right, can I identify anything else in particular, right? Can I identify an engulfing candle? Do we have anywhere where price said, hey, this is where price is going to come back up to, right? At this point, I don't see nothing like that. So just going to be a waiting game until we see something, right? And then now here at the 5-minute time frame, though, we can see we had lower low, lower high, lower low, boom, change of character, higher high. What were we looking for on US 30? No, not US 30. Um, by the way, same thing that we saw on oil was the same as US 30, right? The flag post pattern, 23.6, 38.2 fib retracement could be the same thing here. No, there was a pair we wanted to see. 3 minutes. Okay, cool. Gold. Then Bitcoin. We're gonna turn Bitcoin off, just consolidating. So GJ, we want to see. So we have a green green red engulfing. What would be a red engulfing with a 10 pip stop loss? Why do I like this zone? Again, what I was saying earlier. This zone, we know that we're trading the pullbacks, right? Only thing I don't like, same as the other pairs, is just a no trade zone. So there's not one that I'm going to be actively trading, but it's one that I'm going to be um I'm gonna mark it up most definitely. I'm literally gonna sit here and just mark it up. I'm sitting on my hands today. It's Friday. It's a good pair to induce us, right? Because we have 2 days of drop, right? And knowing the fact that we have 2 days of drop, understanding too that here we have the imbalance at the lows, right? Only thing I don't like about this pair is literally the entire ADR for the day is 120, and that's how much it would take to make that new low today. And I don't believe we have that type of strength on a Friday where we have news for GBP at 2 a.m. I don't even, do we have more news today? At 8:30. That's USD news though. We're looking at GJ, right? And then we have news. Oh, we have news at 8:30 and 10 today. So, how long do we have? A minute and a half. USD and what? 8:30. Do we have anything close remote? No. So definitely gonna wait for all of these pairs to take a trade. I'm gonna wait for that news to hit. That's good that I checked. So GJ doesn't have any more news, so this is the one that I'm gonna lock in just to look. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. I had to close my door. Got bugging. So yeah, the USD pair, since we have high impact news at 8:30, I'm not going to trade until after the news. Um, GJ I'll look at. I'm not going to be trading today, but I will sit here through this. And again, reason I'm not trading this today is we're in the middle of the zone. STP is way below where that third day low should be at, or I would say would be at. Um, could this be the fake out where price just wants to continue to go to the top side for today and cover this imbalance at the top? Absolutely. We got 16 seconds. Let's see what price wants to do. It will be engulfing. Alright, so that entry, if you were to trigger this entry, right, this would be that stop loss. Again, I do not like this entry at all. Again, me personally, I would not be taking this trade. I wouldn't. So we'll come back to this. 7:30. So we have an hour for that news. US 30 is just still moving sideways. Oil is, take a look. It was a change of character, so we know that we're trading between this low. The way I have this marked here is that I have this as lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low. I don't like that at all because looking at just where the 800 EMA is as well, I would like to see the first push being made, which is here, right? Which was the attempt to make a higher high, higher low, and then another attempt here on the 800 still. Price is literally just still consolidating here and consolidating from this lower low, lower high, lower low. So I'm gonna change this to this being the lower high zone, right? We're gonna put lower low, so we know that we're trading between that low and these highs here, right? And that would make a lot more sense, right? So we had 2 weeks of rise, rise, went to the top of the zone, gave us a rise drop, gave us the pullback, right? Gave us another week of rise. But again, overall daily time frame, we know that oil is higher high, higher low, higher high, and we're still trapped between that. We're still trapped between the market makers patterns high and what would be the where price should turn around, right? We have push one, consolidation above and above or on the 800. We're on the 800, right? So at one point, right, our safety trades at the top to go down, expecting these lows to be broken, and lows are just not budging, obviously, with everything going on in the world, right? So we had 3 months of drop, perfect, gave us a perfect 3 months, then gave us a month of rise last month. 4 hour again, 3 weeks of rise. On the third week gave us a rise drop, so the next week after, expecting another week of rise, gave us that week of rise. Now this week, again, price could either gave us another week of rise and be in the 4-hour highs and just do the same thing it did for the previous times. We're on the 800 EMA as well. We could see how that's affecting price. It's just going sideways, right? And on the 30-minute, we could just see that as well. We had higher high, higher low, higher high, right? We're still trading technically, right? These lows were never broken. We're still trading between the lows and the highs, and right now we're just in the middle of that zone, right? So now that we know that we're in the middles of the zones and everything, and literally in every single time frame, that's what makes these trades difficult, right? Is because yes, we could see how they're giving us every single thing we want to see, right? If you're a pattern trader, they're giving you the type 1 pattern, right? If you're just a retail trader and trading lower lows, lower highs, you might just see this as, oh, break of the lows, we're waiting for price to give us a lower high to continue going down to the bottom side, right? To lower low, lower high, lower low. There's a whole bunch of other things, fundamentals, technicals. Um, the fact that we already went up, covered the the gap, right? The imbalances, and then price in the fill of the top, it gave us the imbalances at the bottom. And looking at our left side, we know that we have more imbalances on the left side of our screen, right? But again, it's just understanding what oil is and what's going on in the world. It's very difficult for me to believe that we're going to be seeing price, drop down and continue to drop down, right? So it's a little bit to just keep an eye on. Now, could price just consolidate and fluctuate between the 71 and 76 range, or 71 and the 80 range? Absolutely, which would just be these lows here, right? And then again, I said that saying in the sense of the structure in the 4-hour, right? We had lower low, lower high. If I were to mark it this way, we would already have a change of character, and this is the break of structure. And right now, this is the break of structure retest. This is where price should start breaking above if we were to see price that way, right? But that's why I just don't believe we'll be looking at structure that way, and I still believe that price is just going to be consolidating between the imbalances that were created a few days ago with the ones that were created yesterday. So we'll see. We'll see. So gold, remember, gold, we were waiting for what? For these highs to be a confirmation, for these to give me a good entry and a confirmation that we're going to continue. I want to see price break above the green candle, right? Candle closures, do we have any of that? No. Red candles testing, green testing. This red candle is on the line again, right? So gold, nothing yet. Oil, nothing yet. US 30 still consolidating, and GJ still, oh shit, I forgot about this. GJ still in the same spot, so you can see you were in drawdown, right? Already understanding that again, where we're at in the zone, this is just not a comfortable place to take this trade. But again, we'll keep this on the screen for the sake of conversational purposes. Again, why wouldn't I take these trades? Let's put everything together. Look at AU is still making, again, external, yes, lower low, lower high, lower low. Internal, we're still making higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs, and price is just consolidating, right? None of these trades that we take up here are going to be trades where price is just going to continue to trend. Trades we take up here are going to be trades that we take and price is going to just go down and then go back up, or vice versa. It's going to go up and go back down, right? It's never going to give us a clean, it's not going to give us a clean entry where we could just sit there and watch price go straight into profit, right? So again, for AU, the fact that we've just been consolidating, we've rejected these highs multiple times, right? I wouldn't take these trades up here, right? Because again, also just seeing how structure is being played out, the fact that we still haven't tapped into our 4-hour and 30-minute high, right? And again, the fact that if we're using the fibs, putting the fibs together, that we could go back and retrace with the 78.6. Did I take GJ? No. I just went over that too. And this is the reason why I wouldn't be looking for those trades here either. Yeah, I just went over GJ. I didn't take it. I was explaining why I wouldn't take this trade. If you want to go back real quick and watch it, literally just like 2 minutes ago, not even. How long we got? 17 minutes. Yo, I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. I rewind right now. Alright, bet. Yeah, if you have any questions, just put it in the chat. I'll be right back though. Give me a second. my bad, guys. I woke up today feeling kind of like shit, so I had to make my smoothie real quick. So let's take a look at gold again. Gold, we have top of the zone where we're creating a green, green, red. GJ right now went down too. US 30 just consolidating, and oil testing those lows. AU engulfing 30 minute. Yeah, at the top of the zone. Only thing I don't like about it again is just where we're at, right? It's not really one where this is just a zone of consolidation, right? We also have news at 8:30, right? Yeah, there's a lot of pairs gave up engulfing candles. GU too, yeah. The fact that we have news coming in at 8:30 and we've just been consolidating, I'm not comfortable taking those trades. Which is the same thing as GJ, right? The same example as GJ. Like GJ has an engulfing candle, right? That was the trade that I was like, oh, I'm not comfortable taking this trade, right? It's just when price is moving sideways, not trending, and GU didn't give us an engulfing at the 30. GU does not have an engulfing. In the 30? No. In the 1 hour, yes. But GU, that's also counter, so that's not a valid anyway. Um, US 30 is still looking up, right? Think about it, like US 30 is still looking up, but AU is looking down. US 30 is looking up, your USD is looking up. Damn. Mohammed, if you made me miss this fucking trade, bro, I'm gonna be pissed. Well, gold also gave a retest of the engulfing, guys, so that was the trade. Interesting how USD CAD is moving. Still would be a good one to keep an eye on. Right, all these pairs are the same thing, guys. I'm not taking any of these trades. None of these are live or active, guys. I'm gonna just go ahead and turn these off. And again, it's just where we're at. And again, we have news coming up in 25 minutes anyway, so it's not like we're taking these trades. USD news at 8:30. So again, I'm waiting till after the news anyway to look for an opportunity. We'll wait it out. We'll see what happens. Hold on. Alright, I'm back, guys. So, again, we got news coming in a few minutes. GJ went back to the top of the 30 of the engulfing zone. US 30 still trending in the middle. Tá bem, assim. Um, gold, right? Gold is the only one that this engulfing zone made sense for the entry. But damn it, bro, hold on. And it was the reasons why, right? Again, we failed to break the highs. As soon as we failed to break the highs, it gave us the engulfing candle, the retest, price went down. But again, news outweighs everything. I'm not a trader that trades during news, right? Regardless, let's take a step back, right? If you're a funded trader, you have to make sure your account is valid. Like the rules don't, um, you don't want to trade during news if your rules in the funded account say you can't trade during news. So that's the number one thing. I don't have to worry about that. But my rules, right, the ones that I've always traded with, I don't trade during news. So I wait until after the news, and we'll see what happens, right? But overall, I do think gold will play out. Again, just based on that simple structure, the only thing that would mess this trade up would be the news trades, right? And then just the target for this would be the low of the day would be TP1 and then STP wherever STP is at for the day. 145, which is where the retest of yesterday's engulfing would be, right? A lot lower than that, a little bit lower than that. So gold right now is the only one that looks the most valid. Minutes for the news to hit. GJ, US 30, and OIO are still in their respected zones. Gold is the only one that retested and drifted away. So yeah, let's see. Bing, 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 bing. Yo, Diego, yeah, that be my blood. Back again. You have 8 minutes, well, 7 minutes and 22 seconds here for the news, guys. So gotta be patient. I got some oatmeal here. Oh my, yo, we are living life. Is it your old man for eating oatmeal? Fuck you. How about that? How you like them apples, huh? Oatmeal is one of the best things ever invented, ever created. Man, look, oatmeal. Yo, it's 10 out of 10. Like I don't think there's anything better than oatmeal. Cause you could do so much. Like, what are you in the mood for? Right? You want sweet, you want savory, you want salty. You could do it with the oatmeal. Diverse. You could eat it for breakfast. You could even eat it for dinner. To be honest, put some apple slices on there. Put some blueberries. Put some strawberries. See how price went right back to the top side again? Usually not a good sign, guys. 40 seconds here, guys. Ten seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. News incoming. There we damn damn that's crazy. Huh? Alright, so let's see. So gold played out. Fuck, man. Gold still sitting there. US 30. Okay. There you go. Consolidation breakthrough. We'll see what price wants to do, and then GJ nothing. GJ didn't really give us anything. AU pushed down. Right, AU gave us the engulfing, just didn't give us the retest. Right? So went straight down. Euro USD moving counter. GU also moving counter trend. Right, but it's all good, especially what we're looking for price to go down to our 4-hour low. US 30 move, I mean USD CAD move good. Right, didn't give us an opportunity. Right, didn't give us an opportunity, but the one that gave us the opportunity was gold. Damn, bro. Straight into TP number 1 to 75 pips, which is just the low of the zone. Higher high, higher low is just the low of the zone. My bad, I was just writing this down in the notes. Right? So the difference from yesterday and today, right? Yesterday there was um the retest never gave us the clean retest, right? Today gave us a clean retest, just the news at 8:30, right? So but that's it for me, guys, today. Honestly, that's the trade that I was waiting for, and I really wasn't expecting news to be that volatile today. Um, but it is what it is. But that's today's stream, guys. We'll be back again Sunday morning, 11 a.m. and then again Monday through Friday for the morning trading sessions and the 7 p.m. isolation class. So, see you guys on Sunday. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Right? Make sure you guys back test, guys. Please, it's very, very, very important. Make sure you guys go over your notes. Any questions you guys have, Please, please let us know in the Discord. The Discord will be in the chat. The link to the Discord will be posted. And that's pretty much it, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Sunday. See you, my brother.